Hi guys, Dragon Warrior Reviews here, and today I'm going to be reviewing the Hot Toys Sabine Wren figure from Star Wars The Ahsoka Show. So on the box here, first of all, we have a picture of Sabine holding her lightsaber. Then down here it says Star Wars. And we also have a picture of Sabine with her helmet on. And we sort of have the Ahsoka line sort of blue banner with sort of the world between worlds sort of in the background, which is pretty cool. It says Star Wars, Sabine Wren. And on the side here, we have another picture of her, as you can see, almost a full body picture. And as you can see, she's holding her helmet and she has her loaf cat near her leg or knee. On the other side, it just says Sabine Wren, and then on the back is a load of legal information and Hot Toy store locations and stuff like that. Here is a cool image of Sabine, as you can see, and behind her she sort of has this sort of star map projecting behind her, which is really cool. This is a really cool picture. I really like this. And if we remove this piece of artwork, it reveals the figure, as you can see. So here we go. We have Sabine. My first impressions of the figure is it looks awesome. That head sculpt looks great, and that suit, it is looking absolutely awesome. And man, that loaf cat is looking absolutely awesome and adorable. Anyway, let's get Sabine Wren and her loaf cat out of the box and all of her accessories so we can take a closer look. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I have got Sabine and all of her accessories out. Anyway, let's start taking a look at the accessories. So let's start with the boring accessories first. We have the moving eyes tool, which you probably won't need. Then you've got the junction box and these pieces to hold the box on her belt or crotch grabber. Or you don't get a crotch grabber, you get a waist clamp. But you know what I mean. Yeah, basically this stuff is all the LED stuff for the lightsaber. I've heard good things about the lightsaber, the LED lightsaber for Sabine, so I'm actually going to give it a go later. For the display base, it's pretty much the same display base we've got with all the other Ahsoka line figures. It's pretty cool, got some chipping on the surface, as you can see, looking pretty cool. Yeah, mainly chipping around the edges, as you can see around the lines. Whatever you want to call those marks on the display base, it can be anywhere in the Star Wars galaxy. That's what I like about it. A waist clamp, I think I would prefer to use your crotch grabber, to be honest with you. So, yeah. Anyway, on the nameplate it says Star Wars Sabine Wren, as you probably would expect. Then you get a load of hands. You got some lightsaber holding hands. By the way, these hands look awesome. She's wearing those fingerless gloves, looking really cool, at navy blue color. Sorry, I can't talk apparently. The hands are very detailed, as you can see, some nice texture there. I'm pretty sure on the prototype of this figure, I saw like chips on her fingernails. And I think I noticed there was in the show. I'm not 100% sure, but it's good. But the hands are pretty good. We got one helmet holding hand. I don't know why they only gave us one. They should have gave us two, in my opinion. Then some gun holding hands for her two pistols. And then finally, some fisted hands. Actually, I told a lie. We have two open palm hands already installed on the figure out of the box. Here we get a hologram, as you can see. And you're basically supposed to plug Ezra into it, as you can see. There we go. What do I think of this? It looks kind of creepy, has no eyes, but from afar you're probably not going to notice it looking that bad. I don't know, it's not that good. Not many people are going to be using this, but I guess it's pretty cool. Yeah, you know what, it's all right. It's a good addition, I guess. Yeah. Now you've got her two pistols. Let's look at the yellow one first. I love the chipping and weathering on the pistol, as you can see, looking really awesome. And for the blue one, look, the same, load of weathering and chipping on it, as you can see. Wow, these pistols look absolutely awesome. And there's something really cool that you can do with these pistols. Yes, you can make them look like they are reloading. So yeah, you can open these up, making it look like Sabine is reloading her gun. That is really awesome. I love that attention to detail. They didn't need to add that, but I am super grateful that they did. So here we have her lightsaber hilt. So if you haven't watched Star Wars Rebels, basically this was Ezra's lightsaber, and then he gave it to Sabine, and then over the years she modified it. And it's looking really cool. Maybe the green looks a little bit light here, but it might just be the lighting. Hopefully it looks cooler when we try it out lit up. I can't get over this hilt for You can also notice a little bit of weathering I think I can see on there as well. Looking very, very awesome. And here's what this swooshing blade looks like. Yeah, it kind of looks like a fan. I do agree with Justin. It's a bit weird looking. I swear they've done better lightsaber sort of trail effects in the past. Might be wrong. But yeah, I guess if you don't look at it too hardly and don't overthink it, it could look good in a swinging lightsaber pose. Next, we got her awesome helmet here. Looking pretty cool. So I'm not gonna actually, we're gonna take a better look at this helmet on the figure later on. But all you need to know is there's this little balaclava piece which will cover the skin tone neck up. It's the first time they've ever done this, so it's definitely going to be interesting to see what it looks like. I do know what it looks like from videos and photos, but I'm interested to see what it looks like in my own eyes and what I think of it. And also, most importantly, you can remove it if you don't want the balaclava on Sabine. Now, I'm not going to count this as an accessory just because this is more of a figure than an accessory in my opinion. So let's take a look at the loaf cat. My goodness, I love this thing. It is awesome. It's not posable or anything. It's just a statue. But I'm fine with that. I don't care that you can't articulate it. It's just an awesome addition to the set. Because as you know, in the Ahsoka show, Sabine does have a pet loaf cat, which is an awesome detail. I love that the directors thought of that. And if I zoom into her eyes, I think it's her. As you can see, she's got some lovely green eyes there. I'm pretty sure they're glass eyes, just like we have on the figure. Looking very, very awesome. I am loving those eyes. Alright, I have Sabine Wren on her display base. Basically, I am not comfortable in using this waist clamp, so I just used one of my spare crotch grabbers. So as you can see, I put her lightsaber on her belt and also her 2 pistols in her holster. Or her holsters, should I say. So first of all, let's take a look at this awesome head sculpt. So yes, the head sculpt is really awesome. Hot Toys really nailed this. Hot Toys are getting really good with their head sculpt. Sometimes they do deliver very bad head sculpts or mid head sculpts. For example, they released a Ant-Man figure recently and that head sculpt was probably one of the worst head sculpts I've ever seen from them. But this Sabine sculpt is awesome, like absolutely awesome. It looks really, really good in person and the hair is really well sculpted. I really like the sculpted hair. If we go to the back here, you can see all the spiky bits here. Very, very awesome sculpted hair. Like, well done, Hot Toys. I'm loving the hair. And on the top here, if you want to move her eyes, you will have to remove her head to do that. It's on one of those quite annoying neck connectors. Basically, if you're not careful when installing the head, after moving the eyes, you will by accident move the eyes around. I did it with Moff Gideon and it was a pain, but I have already taken the head off because it does come, when you take it out of the box, there is a sort of protection piece on her neck, so I wanted to remove that. And first try, I just lined it up properly and yeah, didn't have any issues. You just have to, you know, aim it pretty well and yeah, just line it up properly. It's not too difficult. I don't know how, I don't know how I had so many problems with the Moff Gideon one. It's not really a problem, it's just, it was quite annoying. It took a few attempts. But anyway, let's move down here. The armor is awesome. What I love about Sabine is her armor is very, very colourful. And these shoulder pads are awesome. We got the Resistance Rebels sort of symbol on the side there. We got it sort of done in that maroon paint and also some purple and some yellow for the symbol. Looking really, really awesome. And some weathering and some chipping. Very well done. And on the side here, what's that symbol? I think that's just a sort of picture or a painting of her helmet sort of. Really, really awesome in that blue to dark blue design, turquoise design. And you've got some yellow for the picture and some brown, I think. And it's disgusting. It's so dirty. It is beautiful. Love that. Down here for a chest plate, looking awesome. So many different colors here. So much weathering and chipping. Very, very awesome. And from the back here, as you can see, yes, the armor continues from the back, which is really, really awesome. And when we move down here, I have some complaints. 2 complaints. Number 1, these straps and the holsters are made out of everybody's favourite material, pleather. This is going to degrade over time and it's just a pain. Well done, Hot Toys. My second complaint is, I don't know if I got a faulty one, but basically when I took this figure out of the box, this metal clip where you meant to hang the lightsaber on, as you can see, was like not installed. It must have fell out. So I put it in and basically, yeah, it's not in there very well. Either this was meant to be glued in and mine came faulty and it wasn't glued, or Hot Toys didn't bother to glue or stitch down the metal hook. Yeah, that's kind of not epic. Now, the flight suit, I don't know what to say because it looks good, but when I watch the show, it kind of looks more grey, but I'm not going to say it's not accurate because I know that cameras can deceive you. Trust me, when you watch The Acolyte, the Stranger helmet looks almost grey on the first episode before the sun comes up. So I'm not going to say anything. It's grey near her butt there, as you can see, and part on and under her arms. But yeah, it's mostly this browny crimson sort of colour, which is cool. So I'm not going to say it's not accurate because I honestly can't tell you. But yeah, so far, really, this figure is really getting me. I can see that likeness. It is awesome. I almost forgot to mention she has some little bags here. Are they pleather? Yeah, I don't know if they're fully sculpted. No, I'm pretty sure they're pleather still. Dang it, man. Now, for the gauntlets here, whatever, I keep saying them wrong all the time when I do reviews. They're looking really, really awesome. She does use her flamethrower in the series, so I don't know why you don't get a flamethrower effect. Maybe it wouldn't work with these gauntlets just because how they're designed. I don't know. Actually, no, I think it would. Maybe you could remove this piece. I don't know where the flame comes out, so, but that's alright. She also wears this sort of fabric thing in one of the episodes. When Captain Enoch gives her that creature to ride on, she's wearing it. Don't know why you don't get that with the figure. They don't have to give us all of the accessories. It's not the end of the world for me. I really like the gauntlets. They are an asymmetrical design. So, as you can see, it looks different on this side. I love the yellow and grey. The gauntlets look really awesome. When I removed the hands to take off the protected bags, the joints felt really nice. I don't know if they're different joints. No, they're probably not. I'm probably like being delusional. But they felt really, really good. Now, when we move down here, our best friend yet again, pleather for the boots. Come on, we have seen you, Hot Toys, with the Book of Boba Fett figure, split cut boot design, fully sculpted boots. Why did you go back to pleather with Sabine Wren? She's a Mandalorian as well. Or Boba Fett's not a Mandalorian, he wears Mandalorian armor, but still, she's wearing Mandalorian armor. Really? But still, let's ignore that. The armor here, really dirty, got that maroon and black sort of design with chipping. And my favorite size, here we got the yellow and the black and also the sort of crimson, red and more chipping and weathering. I love that blooming Sabine's like armor is just crazy. Like I love that it's just full of color, man. I just love the asymmetrical design. I honestly love it. Like on this side you got the yellowy and the maroon stuff, and then on this side it changes a bit down here. Then you hit down here. It's kind of like a yin yang sort of color combination thing. It's really, really awesome. Then it moves down to the yellow, then it switches back this side and we go up to the yellow. Hope you know what I mean. If you guys have been watching the channel for a while, you know I'm a massive fan of Trooper armor or Mandalorian armor, especially in Star Wars, and I'm super, super happy with this figure so far. Except the stupid clip. Hopefully, nah, I shouldn't be too mad. I don't think it's gonna fall off. If this figure's gonna be on the shelf, you know, unless you're moving it around, I don't really think this clip's going to fall off. So far, so good. So, I let it slide, Hot Toys. Or will I let it slide? I don't know. We'll have to wait for the pros and cons section. But anyway, let's get Sabine Wren in her first pose. Basically, I'm going to do 3 poses with her unmasked sculpt and 3 poses with her wearing her helmet. Don't worry, we'll see what she looks like with her helmet later. Alright, here is my first pose with Sabine. It's super simple, but super awesome. I noticed that her sleeves are quite long, so it will definitely cover up the wrist pegs. There is no chance of the wrist pegs showing in any pose, I'm pretty sure. So yeah, here we go, Sabine, super simple pose, holding her helmet, as you can see, looking absolutely awesome. We will take like I said earlier, we'll take a proper look at the helmet when it's actually installed on the figure herself, but I really like how this pose is looking. Got her palm hand just sort of relaxed there, as you can see, lightsaber still on the hook, and the loaf cat just down there, you know, being very adorable, you know, saying, Sabine, don't go on your mission, you know. I love that loaf cat. That is such an awesome addition to the set. I want to try and include him in every single pose if possible. And I don't know though, I don't know, it might not fit with every single pose, but yeah, that is looking so good. From the back here, looking great. There we go. And yes, I removed the balaclava piece. Super easy to remove, and I'm hoping it's going to be easy to install again. But there we go. Let's get some nice shots of that face like that in her pose. Looking very, very awesome. I have not moved the eyes yet. I might move the eyes later. Oh, I'm definitely going to move the eyes later, I think. Or maybe, I don't know. Maybe try and do some moving eyes stuff in this video. I don't know. I don't usually mess with the moving eyes too much, just because I don't really like taking the heads off 1,000 times. But I'm really liking this so far. I think I want to move on to the next pose. The next pose is going to be kind of wacky. It's not going to be wacky, but it's going to look a little wacky. It might look really good. I'm going to give it my best shot. Anyway, let's move on to pose number 2. Alright, so in a couple of the promo pictures, I remember, like, there was a picture of, like, or release photo, should I say, like a picture of Sabine, like, on the table. There's a picture of Sabine, like, near a table, I think stroking her cat with a load of her belongings on the table. And as you know in the show, I think the cat did jump on the table a few times when she was trying to work with the star map. In fact, why didn't she get that star map ball with this figure? So many accessories they missed out in this figure, but I guess I didn't want to add too much. It's quite hard to take a picture of this figure for like my Instagram account, because I like to take photos before I show you the poses, because there's so much on the table and I wanted to mostly focus in Sabine's face, so a lot of the other stuff is kind of blurry. But it's okay though, and it's a lot easier to see in video form, as you can see. I really like this. It's very wacky, but I like it. It works. She's got a helmet, her lightsaber, she's got the Ezra sort of recording playing. She's trying to reload her gun, as you can see, ready for a mission, and her cat is getting on the table, being irritating, and then she's just stroking it under her chin. I was going to move the eyes down, but I really hate taking off the head. Maybe you can potentially stroke on the cat and then someone's coming through the door, like Ahsoka or something, and she's looking more to the doorway. I apologise, guys, I am afraid of taking off the head. I will try and do something later with the moving eyes. I will try. I think it will be pretty cool. But yeah, I really like this. I really like how this has come out. It is absolutely awesome. I really like it. Like right there, her face is blurry because it's trying to like focus in the cat. And then from this, you see what I mean? It's kind of hard to focus everything in right here. That's why the image is quite hard. I really am loving this, this pose. It's funny. I can really see really talented 3D print workers make a table. A replica table for this figure. I think people are going to do it, but me, I don't know how to do all that, and I'd rather not buy a table because I don't really want to have this in a permanent pose, but I kind of like my makeshift table. Let me show you what I did. Basically, it's a pop box, and then that sort of symbol you get inside of the pop box with the Mandalorian sort of themed figures, the Mythosaur symbol, I just used. It's like Sabine, you know, painted like at the bottom of a table or something. Anyway, let's move into pose number 3. Actually, no. Let's take off this awesome head sculpt and put her helmet on, because we need to see what the helmet looks like on the figure. Alright, this is what Sabine looks like with her helmet on, without any crazy poses. She's just standing there. No accessories or anything like that. Now, this looks awesome. My opinion with the balaclava is it looks good, honestly. Like, it looks a bit puffy. Some people have said, Justin did say, I think in this review, it's a bit puffy. It needs to be less material. But in my opinion, my personal opinion, it doesn't look that bad. Yes, a little puffy, but it really doesn't look that bad. Let's see what it looks like in some poses soon enough. Before we do that, let's actually take a proper look at this helmet. Or before we do, actually, is the proportions good? I feel like it is. I feel like this really works. I really love the look of this. Honestly, really do. Anyone which doesn't display her with a head sculpt on, I honestly think you should be arrested, guys. I am kidding, by the way. I feel like it would be a crime. In my opinion, it would be a crime not to use this awesome likeness here. Forgot the name of the actor, but let's just say awesome likeness to Sabine from the Ahsoka show. I don't remember the actor. Let me know in the comments what the actor's name is. But this is looking amazing. Anyway, let's have a proper up-close look at this helmet. So the detail is really awesome. There's a lot of chipping, there's a lot of weathering, and I love the purple sort of accents on the helmet, the white, all the different colours blending together. I know Sabine in Star Wars Rebels had a more colourful looking helmet, but this still really works. In Star Wars Rebels, she would change her colour of her outfit, I'm pretty sure, or sorry, the colour of her armour, sorry, every season, I'm pretty sure, and that's what I love about Sabine. She's always repainting her armour, and you can move the rangefinder down like you can with all figures with rangefinders, and then you can lift it up. Just be careful with it, because I got a feeling that that piece could snap very, very easily. But I'm loving how this looks. Yes, the neck scarf or balaclava will limit range of motion, but that's the thing you have to think about. Is it worth it? Would you rather have the balaclava screen accurate thing from the show, or would you rather go more Star Wars Rebels accurate, where she doesn't wear a balaclava? Because if you watch Star Wars Rebels, when you look at her neck, you can see her skin and her hair underneath as well. Not with this figure, but in Star Wars Rebels. So yeah, you have to make the choice. Yeah, if you go with the more Star Wars Rebels look, well, you're going to get way more range of motion, I'm pretty sure. It'll be way easier to move the head. Or maybe you do get good range of motion with this. Maybe it's just because it's stiff. I don't know. But anyway, I'm going to get her into her first pose with her helmet on. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. So, this is kind of a creative pose. So basically, she's sort of holding her guns like this, like she's just kicked like a stormtrooper. So she's just, you know, putting her leg back down. Like she's kicked a stormtrooper in the face, because as you know, she does do a lot of kicking, especially in Star Wars Rebels. She does kick stormtroopers quite a lot. So I feel like this is quite a creative pose. Also, how could I forgot to mention that her boots, the tip of her sculpted parts of her boots, that is, there is a nice weathering on there. What am I really a reviewer if I'm missing stuff? I'm kidding. I'm still getting better at reviewing. I've been reviewing for a long time, and I'm still not perfect at it, but I am getting there. But I love it. She's holding the gun like this and holding the gun like that, and it really looks like she's just kicked somebody. I really like that. Wow, it is really, really cool. And that blooming scarf so far is looking pretty good as well. Holy, I hope this doesn't fall over, because it's not the... Oh my god, you saw that? Oh my god. It's not the most secure pose. Yeah, you see what I mean? Yeah, basically, let's get back onto that. Oh, hold up. Alright, I don't think I'm going to leave this figure in this pose for much longer, or she's going to go forward on me. It's not the best pose ever, but I think I like it. Man, I've been waiting a long time for this pairing. The Zombie Death Trooper with Sabine. So this pose is honestly really, really awesome. I'm going to throw on the flash a little bit because it's a little bit dark in this corner here. But as you can see, she's squishing the lightsaber and aiming at the Death Trooper. Or actually, no, right now she's not really aiming at the Death Trooper. But let's just have a look at this pose before we turn on the flash. So it's not the most secure. I think I've got it pretty secure. If I just have her turning back towards the Death Trooper, let's put on the flash. Honestly, this Death Trooper might be one of my favourite figures of all times. And Sabine. But here we go. The flash will help a little bit. You know, helping some of those dark spots. And it really, really does. This is a really, really awesome pose. My next pose, I will show you what the LED lightsaber looks like. And I will show you what she looks like without her, like, balaclava on. And see if it looks good. I think it's going to. Anyway, enough of this pose. Let's move on to the final pose with her helmet on. So here we go. I don't even have the lights off right now. It's showing better in real life. It's a little weird green on camera. I don't know why it keeps turning off. That's my power pack thing or power charger thing, whatever. Sorry, my brain's all over the place. It looks better than it does on camera. Looks more like light green in real life. But even with the lights on, it still looks really, really awesome. I will turn off the light in a minute. I did remove the balaclava, so it looks a little weird from the back, but still, I think it looks okay. From this angle, you won't really notice there's no balaclava, but let me turn off the lights really quickly so I can show you how bright this light is. Here we go. That looks actually really, really awesome. In fact, I'm going to take a picture of this for my Instagram as well. That is absolutely awesome. Holy. For some reason, it keeps turning off. I do not know why it keeps turning, just like that. Why does it keep doing that, man? Alright, I'm not going to lie. The green looks a little bit, like, not saturated enough when the light is off, unfortunately. It's not the best green ever, but it's pretty cool. I've disconnected the power pack, so we can just take a look at it from the back. Let me just move the figure more. Okay, that blooming gun. Okay, let's move out of the way. So, yeah, very ugly here without the balaclava, just because you would see her hair there if she didn't have a balaclava on. But from like the side here, yeah, that looks pretty good. So if you want to do a Star Wars Rebels sort of look for this, yeah, it ain't too bad. Honestly, from the side here, very awesome. And unlike Bo-Katan, I don't own Bo-Katan, but unlike Bo-Katan, she has double bend in the elbows, so you can do cool lightsaber poses like this. So these poses are super easy. She's got so much range in the arms. It is absolutely awesome. Oh, that one of the wrist pegs is showing there. Whoops. Anyway, I'm going to get her into her final pose. I've shown you 3 poses with the helmet on, and now I need to show you my 3rd and final pose with that head sculpt on, that awesome head sculpt on. So, let's get to that. Alright, honestly, I think I've made one of my favourite poses I have ever done with a Star Wars figure. So I've got Chopper down here, as you can see, with the loaf cat there, but we're going to ignore that for a sec. I did it. As you can see, it works really well. She's got a foot on the Death Trooper helmet, she's holding her own helmet, and she's got her gun like that ready to shoot somebody. Now that is really awesome, and I love the way the lightsaber is sort of like moving to one side like that. It really adds to like the effects of this. It looks absolutely incredible. And yeah, the moving eyes, I said I was going to do something with the moving eyes. I kind of didn't want to have a look into the side just because I wanted her to look like more up, like angry. So if I just shine the flash on the figure, as you can see, the eyes are looking more up. This is how I prefer my Sabine. I don't know if they're perfect. It's really hard to get both eyes looking exactly the same. Let me know if there's a method to do that, because I really don't know it. But my goodness. Oh, this head sculpt, man. I just can't get over it. It is absolutely incredible. This little combination here with Chopper makes this pose look even better. It's like, you know, they've just finished a fight, right? Chopper is talking to Hu Yang, saying, oh, the fight's done, in, I guess, you know, astromech language, holding one of the Death Trooper's guns, and then Sabine's holding her helmet with her foot on one of the Death Trooper helmets, and her gun like this in a victory pose. I am so happy with this pose and this figure. Hot Toys, you have outdone yourselves with that clip, but my goodness. The range of motion apparently is a little worse in the leg area because, you know, the uniform, or sorry, the flight suit is quite thick. But for my poses, I really didn't think the flight suit really limited it too much, so I'm not too bothered about that. I'm really just blown away. Anyway, let's move on to the 2 irritating and the 2 great things about this awesome figure. So the first irritating thing about this figure is, come on, Hot Toys, the pleather. Why is the belt made of pleather? And also, even more annoying is the boots, because with the Book of Boba Fett, and blaming a load of other figures, they could do, you know, fully sculpted boots. But why is the boots pleather? Obviously, the armor isn't pleather, but most of the boots are made of pleather. I don't get it. Like, you know, the boots, the feet are fully sculpted, but the rest of it, they're all pleather. It actually is a split cut boot design, because like the boots or the bottom parts are actually, you know, like fully sculpted, but the rest of it's pleather. Obviously, the armor, like I said, isn't pleather. And then all this belt's pleather, so over time it's going to degrade. Don't use pleather, just use real leather, please. If this figure is so good, almost perfect, the pleather holds it back. Now, the second irritating thing is it might only apply to my copy. Let me know in the comments if you had this issue as well. But my clip is not actually fully stitched in. I don't know why. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe it's magnetic or something on one of those. No, I don't think it would be. No. Why is it so easy to remove? Like, why? Is it meant to be, like, stitched in or glued in? Or is mine just faulty? I would have thought so. So, let me know if you can remove the clip off it or it's just mine. If it is just mine, well, Hot Toys, how could you let this happen? You should have put stronger glue or whatever you know, whatever, I don't know, whatever you use to hold those metal clips down. It's just really irritating. Now, the first great thing about this figure is the loaf cat. They did not need to add this, or kind of did actually. Actually, it kind of did have to add this. I would be kind of annoyed if they didn't add it, just because it's Sabine's loaf cat. I know there's quite a few accessories they could have added, but they didn't. But Sabine's loaf cat is something they have to add, in my opinion. It's too awesome. I love it. I think it's got glass eyes. The detail is really cool. I know it's not articulate. I know you can't articulate it. But that really doesn't make me bothered, or that doesn't bother me. Hey, Chopper. The second great thing is, do I even need to say it? Do I even need to say it? Basically, it is this head sculpt. The head sculpt's amazing. Moving eyes, obviously, great sculpted hair, great likeness. It is absolutely awesome, and I couldn't really fault the head sculpt, honestly. When I looked at the, you know, prototype pictures when this figure was first revealed, I felt like her lips were a little too big, but I don't see the issue in hand. I think this figure looks really awesome, and I am so happy with it. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, if you are thinking, should I get this figure, should I not? If you like Sabine, what the hell are you doing? Just pick this figure up. Like, actually pick this figure up. It is incredible. Honestly, a must-have for any Star Wars Rebels fans, Mandalorian fans, and especially Sabine Wren fans. I am such a fan of this figure, and I knew I would be. Ever since I saw the reveal of this figure, they actually revealed this figure before the show even was, like, you know, out. We had the trailers, but, you know, this show actually wasn't officially out, and I knew I wanted this from day one because I really like Sabine. And I think the actor which played Sabine in the Ahsoka show, it worked. It really worked. It actually looks like the animated version, and it really works. She did a great job as the character in the show, and honestly, yeah, absolutely awesome. I almost forgot. I'm sorry, I didn't turn the figure around so you can see the back and what the pose. The pose looks like. I removed the balaclava piece. Obviously, or it looked a bit weird with a balaclava dangling out the bottom of the mask. But yeah, anyway, if you have enjoyed this video, make sure to hit the subscribe and that like button. Also, make sure to check out my Instagram account. Make sure to follow me because there will be teaser pictures of upcoming reviews. And sometimes if I upload a short to this YouTube channel, it will be a day or two early on my Instagram account. Comment down below what you think of this figure, and I will catch you guys in the next review, short or figure preview.